Okay, so this week we're going to be going over two essential skills, intrinsic skills that will help you become more profitable in the market. Not only profitable in the market, but in many areas of your life as well. So let's get into these two qualities or these two superpowers that people can possess: focus and patience. Now, let's start off with the first quote that we have over here. I considered patience to be the most important ingredient for success in the market, by Francis Rochon. Why is that? Why is patience so important? Well, I can tell you why it's so important, or you can actually experience it yourself. But if I were to do my best to explain why it's so important, it's because when you enter into a trade, you have to have the patience to sit in that trade and allow it to do the best and make the most that it can make. A lot of people, when they get into a trade, they realize that they're profitable and they close out very, very quickly. They get excited and they want to close the trade almost immediately, making that $50 win, keeping a $50 win instead of letting it go to $1,000. It happens all the time, and patience as well as a keen eye and a skill set in understanding trends in the market are going to get you there. Patience also comes into play when it comes down to waiting for a setup or waiting for a trade. Sometimes if somebody's watching the charts and a trade hasn't presented itself during that day, they might just trade to trade, just to feel as if they're doing something. Sometimes doing nothing can be the best option. Sometimes doing nothing at all. Sometimes there might be days where you don't trade anything. There might be trades where you just don't do anything, and that's fine. So having the patience to identify a setup is important. Having the patience to stay in a trade is important. And having the patience just to sit there and watch the charts all day is a superpower, and it has to be developed. So let's move on to focus. So the second quote that I have over here is so somebody asked Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, what factor do you feel has been the most important in getting to where you've gone in life today? Now, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates both answered focus. The ability to stay focused. Focus is one of those things that requires effort. It's not necessarily easy, and focus is it's a very active thing to do. So how can somebody stay focused without getting bored? Majority of people get bored very quickly, especially in this day and age. People get into relationships and they get bored within the first couple of weeks, and they end up leaving one another. People start reading a book, they get bored. People will take college courses, they get bored. People start watching movies, they get bored. People get bored always. People are always getting bored. So how do you develop the ability to focus for long periods of time? Well, reading develops that ability. Why is that? Because reading is a very low energy activity. It requires you to sit in one spot, stare at a page, understand what you're reading, not stare at a page, but comprehend and read that book, and it develops your ability to focus for sustained or longer periods of time. In this day and age, with TikTok, social media, Instagram, and even watching TV, there's tons and tons of commercials. Our attention is going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So having the ability to focus for sustained and long periods of time can improve your life in many, many ways. So that's it for the day. This is going to be a very, very short lesson just because I'm going to post this video onto YouTube. But having focus and being able to focus on the charts, waiting for those setups, and having the patience to know when to get out of a trade and when to hold on to a trade and how to just sit there can make you successful. And this all goes into trading psychology too.